local people, local news and events, local sports, local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
I want to welcome you into the new Lloydminster Nissan for what is amazingly enough our final show of January. January to me is always the longest month of the year, and here we are. We are almost through it. Our guests today are Kerri, Robb, Tyler, Lorenz, and Brian Meestu. They're going to join us today to talk about Empower to Recover, Lloydminster's battle for recovery on March the 27th. Superior Water specializes in nothing but water, and with over 23 years in the business, they're proud and confident that their water and their service is superior. For iron filters, water softeners, reverse osmosis distillers, chlorine removal, and H2S odor removal, you can give Superior Water a call at 780-875-6636 or just stop and see them at their 57th Avenue location right beside Sheepskin Loft. And stay hydrated with pure, clean water. I drink Superior Water because I like the taste, and after all, it is superior water. We're excited to head out yesterday afternoon and deliver some cupcakes to the home care and palliative care caregivers. We got a very nice letter from Trina who told us how the home care staff and the palliative care nurses do everything they can to make their patients comfortable, but to also help out the rest of the family when that is just a terrible time that's going on. So thank you to Trina for the nomination, and thank you to these incredible caregivers. You can nominate a caregiver or a caregivers group for Cupcakes for Caregivers just by sending us an email and telling us a little bit about them. Email as many details as you would like to livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. Cupcakes for Caregivers is proudly presented by Lloydminster Sobeys and Umbrella Marketing and Design, of course, along with Live with Kurt Price. Well, this Sunday night, the Geek on the Peak fundraiser begins with Kinsman members Louis Stang and Ian Bull living on a scaffold outside City Hall for 5 days. 6 nights. They're there to raise funds and awareness of Telemiracle 50 this March. Ian has done this before. Years and years ago, 2006 was the last time he did this. And he says the location this year is not just a coincidence.
This year we're up right on Highway 16 again, right in front of the Statue of Hope. And that's kind of fitting, right? Statue of Hope, and we're hoping to raise money and to help people that need a helping hand. So it's kind of cool. Nice exposure. Come visit us. Got the scaffolding up there. We built an igloo. The igloo's fantastic. We call it the Penguin House. And that's what we'll be living in, 20 foot up.
And Live with Kurt Price is excited to be bringing you daily updates from our two geeks. The Lloydminster Bandits are hosting provincials this April and are currently looking for sponsors. Corey Dennett told us they have secured some sponsorship, but are still looking for a few more at various levels.
We're looking for some sponsors. There is 3 different packages. Obviously, we have a gold, silver, and a bronze package. The gold package is $5,000. The silver is $2,500, and then the bronze is $1,000. And obviously, with each of those, it gives you different signage, game day passes for the week, stuff like that, right? So, kind of the more you spend, I guess, the more you get, right?
Yep.
That's the way it works.
Another sign that the cold, dark winter may be ending soon is the Bandits only have 6 games left in the regular season, and they are home Saturday night to Vegreville. There is a drive-through, I guess you'd call it, car seat clinic in Lloydminster that runs this afternoon from 1:30 to 4:30 at Lloydminster Fire and Rescue Station number 1, presented by the City of Lloydminster Municipal Enforcement, Midwest Family Connections, and Lloyd Fire Rescue. Of course, focused on proper and safe child car seat installation. Now, if you miss this one, you can call 306-825-6515 and you can book another time. It's time now for Live in Lloyd, presented by the Vic Juba Community Theatre and May Cinema 6.
Hi everyone, I'm Tanis Hines and this is Live in Lloyd, your quick look at what's coming up on our Ulmer Chevrolet stage. Looking ahead, there's something magical on the way for families. Toy Story, a ballet production, lands on our stage February 8th at 3 p.m. This colorful, high-energy ballet production brings the beloved Pixar story to life. And yes, costumes are encouraged. And heads up, we're currently running a Toy Story ticket giveaway on our Facebook and Instagram, open now until February 4th when the winner will be announced. Be sure to check out our social media pages for all the details. Rock fans, circle February 20th on your calendar. That's when the American Rock Legends tribute takes over, celebrating the music of John Fogerty, CCR, Bruce Springsteen, and Bob Seger. Expect big guitars, big vocals, and non-stop sing-along moments. Magic and laughter arrive on March 5th with Murray the Magician bringing his family-friendly comedy-packed illusion show to Lloydminster. You may recognize him from America's Got Talent and Pawn Stars, and this is one night you won't want to miss. And country fans, we haven't forgotten about you. Mark April 18th on your calendar for the Morgan Wallen tribute, bringing the chart-topping hits and high-energy country sound to Vic Juba Community Stage. And before we wrap up, we're also putting out a call for our heroes of the theater. We're currently looking for volunteers to help us usher and with merchandise sales. No experience is needed, just enthusiasm and love for live events. Volunteers meet great people, support the arts, and even get a behind-the-scenes look at shows here at Vic Juba Community Theater and select shows at the Synovus Energy Hub. Sign up today at vicjubatheater.ca/volunteer. So whether you're here for the music, the magic, the memories, or to be part of the team that makes it all happen, we can't wait to welcome you. I'm Tanis Heinz, and this has been Live in Lloyd. We'll see you at the theater.
And at May Cinema 6, there are a couple of new movie openings, including Send Help. Two colleagues become stranded on a deserted island, the only survivors of a plane crash. On the island, they must overcome past grievances and work together to survive. But ultimately, it's a battle of wills and wits to make it out alive. Send Help stars Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien and was directed by Sam Raimi, who is famous for the original Spider-Man trilogy. Also playing at May Cinema 6, Iron Lung, Zootopia 2, The Housemaid, Mercy, Avatar Fire and Ash, and their Saturday and Sunday matinees of Song Sung Blue and Charlie the Wonder Dog. For tickets and showtimes to all upcoming movies, including Send Help, go to maytheaters.com. Live in Lloyd is brought to you by May Cinema 6 and the Vic Juba Community Theater. Love Story is back this February, presented by Richardson's Jewelry and Spiros. We're excited to announce that one of the couples that will be joining us are Peter and Jamie Brown. In total, we will hear 3 couples tell us their love story, and we'll be revealing another couple on Tuesday morning. If you would like to appear as a couple on Live with Kurt Price, just tell us your love story. Send us an email to livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. Those couples appearing on Live with Kurt Price will also receive a $100 Spiros gift card to use for a romantic night out. BioClean Disaster Services is committed, certified, reliable, and they'll help you get your life back. 1-833-246-8326. When fire, flood, or a wind disaster, that couldn't possibly happen in January, right? Hits your house. Well, you need someone who is local and someone that will take care of your property and your belongings, but more than anything, take care of you and your family. And that's what BioClean Disaster Services does. And yes, they are local, but they're also Lloydminster's largest restoration company. 1-833-246-8326. That's BioClean Disaster Services, serving Lloydminster area for over 10 years. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about Empower to Recover, Lloydminster's battle to recovery.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
What if your lifestyle could stay as vibrant as you are? Would you be more active, more social, and would your life be filled with more possibilities to live fully? Care Freedom Living by Wellings is designed to do just that. It's a new concept for vibrant adults, 55 plus, that's more modern and unexpected. Discover a lifestyle created on your terms and lived at your pace. Then imagine that life could feel this good every day. Visit Wellings to discover more. 3211 72nd Avenue, Lloydminster, and at wellingsoflloydminster.com. Well, allow us to introduce our guests. So we have sitting right beside me, we have Kerri, Robb, and we have Tyler Lorenz, and we have Brian Misto on the end here to talk to us about Empower to Recover, which is coming to Lloydminster on March the 27th. We have talked to Kerri before on the show, but let's get a refresher. I know some of you may not have seen that show, but Empower to Recover is something you're going to be seeing a lot of on social media. You're going to be hearing a lot of it in the community. So, Kerri, what is Empower to Recover?
Empower to Recover is a foundation that was started a couple of years ago, and Jay Barnard is the founder of the foundation, and he is putting on live lived experience events that will happen all across Canada. And he has chosen to come to Lloydminster in March so that we can come together and have a place to share and to be and encourage recovery from trauma, mental health, and addiction.
Why Lloydminster?
Probably because I asked him to come. And
why did you
why did I ask him to come? Because I see a need that just a gathering of places where we can have a sense of community, a sense of hope, and a sense of just being able to love each other where we're at in a present moment. And that's one of the venues that I think can happen in that venue.
The title is pretty interesting, Battle for Recovery. Lloydminster's Battle for Recovery. Tell us a little bit more about that battle.
I think that every person that enters into some type of recovery, whether it be addiction, mental health, trauma, and any kind of health crisis that people are going through, there is some type of battle that goes on internally. And so when we have a place that we can gather together and share what's happening inside, there's more healing that can happen.
You talked about the sharing. Tell us what happens at Empower to Recover.
We have a panel of about 12 people that will share their experience of being in recovery from different walks of life, addiction, from substances mostly. We also have 2 people sharing from a family perspective, so how it affects them. They weren't the ones that were addicted, but how it affects them and what their recovery is like. And we also have 2 other people sharing, Tyler and Brian.
So it's not just for those that are recovering?
No. Well, essentially, I think everybody has a sense of recovery because we've all faced adversities in our lives. And so this is just a place for us to come and have those shared experiences.
So it's March 27th. How many tickets are available?
There were 170. We're about half sold out. And so that's fantastic news for us. That doesn't happen typically this far out because we're 2 months away from from the event. So about 90 tickets left.
And how do you get them?
You go to empowertorecover.com.
That's pretty simple. How much are the tickets?
$40.
Okay, that's pretty darn reasonable.
Yeah. Lunch included.
Yeah,
Lunch
full day.
included
Yeah.
for $40. Okay, Tyler, you said full day. How long is the
From 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
10 a.m. to 5 p.m.?
Yeah.
And what happens during that day?
Okay, so I'll just talk a little bit about what happens. So there will be a panel of speakers that will speak throughout the day, and each speaker will get anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to speak. Jay is the MC, and he will lead us through the entire day. And on the sidelines, we also have community booths that are set up. And those community booths, I'll just list them off because I think it's important.
Sure.
We have Prairie Sky Treatment Center coming. We have the Mental Health Capacity Building Team through the school division. We have the FASD network from Central Alberta. Thorpe Recovery Center is having a table there as well. We also have the University of Saskatchewan coming. They're coming and talking about at their booth the different courses that they offer for addiction and mental health recovery. We have the Village of Hope, which is a treatment center in Eston, Saskatchewan. It's a fairly new center. It's been in operation for not quite 2 years. And we also have Midwest Family Connections. And there may be two or three other booths, but they have not been solidified yet. So
you have various guest speakers. Tell us about some of your guest speakers. Maybe not the two that are here. We'll get to those
Okay.
in a minute. But
let me see. Who can I talk to? Sheldon Hunter is a local person that had approached us to speak about his experience with recovery from alcoholism. And Kathy is a speaker from Saskatoon, and she is our speaker that's talking from a family perspective. And she's the mom of 2 addicts, and she will share her story. And she has an incredible story to share about the different things. And her story actually is truly about that battle. So battling for her son, more so than her daughter, his battle in recovery. He has been to several treatment programs, and he actually is doing quite well now. And so she talks about her experience and what that's like to walk alongside a child who's battling addiction.
And I know you got a lot of local people that we have met before. We've had on this show.
Yep.
Vera Koster is going to be there. Where can you find the full list?
On the the Empower to Recover Foundation Facebook page has that poster that you have up here right now. And I think on the website that it's there as well.
So a lot of people will be speaking. We met Haley and Debbie, and that was absolutely fantastic to hear that, it's not just, it's the whole family.
It is the whole family
that goes through. Tyler, how did you get involved?
Well, I've been following Jay for a while. He's been doing this for a couple years now. And there were a few events that kind of were on my radar. I got invited to the one in Saskatoon, but I just couldn't attend. I had something else on the go. So when Kerri approached me about doing it in Lloyd, I was really excited about that because, I had fully intended on going to one of these, but just the opportunity didn't present itself yet.
How about you, Brian? How did you get involved with Empower to Recover, Lloydminster's battle for recovery?
Well, I got an invite from Kerri and Tyler kind of at the same time there, and they just said they gave me the introduction of what Jay Bernard brings, and it just kind of grasped me in, and because I like to be somebody that wants to be an advocate for change and help other people with trying to understand where they're at in their battle. So it's something that I feel like I need to want to be a part of, right? You know what I mean? And that's how I got involved, was through these two right here. Yeah.
What will you be speaking about?
I'll be telling about my story, a little bit about the resiliency that I had to go through, or I had to show, and going through shame and stuff like that. And I want to tell a little bit about that, and just to show other people that there's hope. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Brian, I've heard you speak before.
Yeah.
Where do you speak?
Where do I speak?
Yeah. How often do you speak about this?
Not very often. That was
Really?
probably the first time that you heard me speak.
That was at the Legacy Center.
Yeah, at the Legacy Center. I think it was last September. That was the first time, and then I kind of do I do a lot of like personal one-on-ones. People come to me and they talk to me and stuff like that. So I speak there, and then we also do a mental health panel on the reserve, which I kind of took the idea from Tyler's panel there at the Legacy Center. And I kind of host those. And we're going to be doing another one here on February the 11th is the target date. And that's kind of where I'm at, and that's where I speak. And, you know, that's kind of the experience I have. So I'm just winging it too, you know?
Yeah. Kerri, I think a lot of people are like that, just winging it.
Just winging it. Well,
you
except
know.
me.
Well, you don't, but you don't set out to, like, I'm sure Tyler and you, Brian, you never set out to be,
No, I think
I'm
it's
going to be a
like,
leader in this community.
No, I think it's
Yeah.
like by winging it, it's like you're more authentic, right? You're more real about what you're putting out there. So you're not kind of reading a script, or like you're not planning out what you want to say for the targeted audience. It's just like you're just saying it from the heart, right? So it's real.
It's more compelling.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll hear more of Tyler's stories, which I remember being at a couple events and Tyler spoke, and when you look out in the audience, you see a lot of people with their jaws
Or like this.
kind of down. We'll find out from Tyler what he's planning on speaking about as the key note speaker at this event, and then we'll talk a little bit more about how you can get involved with Empower to Recover, Lloydminster's Battle for Recovery.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
It's more than just taxes at LNA CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at LNA CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. LNA CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
Welcome back inside the new Lloydminster Nissan. We have Kerri Robb joining us. She is the organizer of the Lloydminster's Battle for Recovery, Empower to Recover, coming to Lloydminster on March the 27th at Border Inn and Suites, and tickets are still available. They have about 90 left. And we also have Tyler Lorenz, who's going to be a keynote speaker, and Brian Misto, who's speaking at that event as well, joins us today as well. Just before we get to Tyler, I know you want to mention the Prairie Thunder Boys.
Yes, we do have the Prairie Thunder Boys, and one of the other organizers helped get them set up and in place. And I know that they do a number of events in the city, and so we're really happy to have them along as well.
Brian, maybe you could talk more about this, but if you have never felt the power of healing drums, it's absolutely incredible.
You know what? Whenever the drum gets hit, it's calling on a spirit that it has, right? And then inside, like for me, it's like when the drum gets hit and the song starts, it's like I feel like my spirit wants to dance. So it's like I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but that's how I feel. And I know a couple other people that say when you hear that music, it's like you feel like you want to dance. That's your spirit that wants to get going, right? So it's like it gets to be more of a spiritual thing for me. Yeah,
And it's not just recovery from addiction. It is healing.
yeah.
The drums are just healing.
Healing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. I've been there where it's been like, wow, like that's, from a sense of loss. I've been at that point where the drums have been so healing. Tyler, you're going to. I don't want you to give away your entire speech, but as the keynote speaker, what are you going to bring to Lloydminster's Battle for Recovery? Like you haven't brought enough in this, in this city already, but.
I'm going to focus my speech on, the importance of a continuum of care, really sticking with a person as they go through their healing journey, as well as moving away from these cookie cutter treatment models that we've had historically to, not everybody has the same pathway to recovery, right? And we need to be aware of that and allow that to happen and not force people to heal through these cookie cutter programs that our system says that they need to do to get better, because it doesn't work for everybody. And I think historically we know that quite well, that, relapse rates from treatment centers are astronomical, like in the 90% range, right? And if we moved away from that model to a more holistic approach with a continuum of care, I think we'll get much better results.
So I've heard several people speak about Tyler and residents in recovery, and that's one of the things that comes across is a lot of times these individuals will talk about how maybe they thought they were pulling one over on you, Tyler.
For sure.
And you said, like, if I force this or if I come down with an iron hammer, it's not going to work. You knew all along. And they were like, I had no idea that Tyler knew. But at the end, he'll always say something that, oh, you saw me? Or that's
sometimes
part of
those
it.
words cut.
That's part of it, isn't it? But
sure.
it is.
I'll be brutally honest, and sometimes they want to hear it, and sometimes they can't hear it, and typically they will, though.
But you just get that feeling because you were there.
I've been there. I've played that game. I didn't get treatment. I didn't get recovery on the first try. I didn't get clean till I was 44 years old. So it certainly wasn't my first kick at the can. I played all the games. I tried every shortcut there is. So I know most of the tricks.
How much better is your life now?
Oh, I just got back from Mexico. With a bunch of recovery friends. I mean, how much better can that be? I missed the last horrific week of weather.
Yeah, but now you're back.
Now I'm back.
Just like the rest of us.
Planning the next one.
Yeah, but now it's warm. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Just could you tell us a little bit about your addiction? I don't want you to but what happened to you? How old you were?
I started my addiction, really early. I was in my early teens and I started drinking, and that progressed. Out of high school and on the rigs, it progressed to harder drugs, and that continued, through my life, to a point where I was in trouble with the law. I was living on the streets, addicted to really hard drugs. And, my dad even came out to Victoria and drove me all the way home. And, I went to detox and a short stint at treatment at Thorpe when I got kicked out. But, there's not a lot of drugs I haven't tried. I'm one of those addicts that, if it changes how I feel, it's good enough for me, and I'm not really particular about what I'm using. So it got me in a lot of trouble, and I've been to jail a number of times, and that's my past, and now I have those experiences to live with, and help others.
What's it been like with your family reconnecting?
Oh, and I'm on a leave right now, so I've spent a lot of time on my leave with my parents, and I'm pretty grateful for that opportunity because, most people don't get that chance. My parents are getting older. So, Dad even jokes, he's like, I don't even know what I'm going to do when you have to go back to work because, I'm pretty much there every day or every second day and helping them with something. So they're kind of getting used to that too. But yeah, it's going to be a change for sure. But it's amazing that relationship has come full circle, because there was a point not that many years ago, well, a decade ago, I guess, when I got clean, that we weren't even really on talking terms.
Brian, I don't know if you feel like you're able to share a little bit of what your story is. I don't want to make you tell it. I know Tyler is comfortable. If you're not comfortable, you don't have to share with us, but if you feel like sharing.
For me, I was up and down, addiction for, I was probably in my teens and I started drinking and stuff like that. That was kind of the beginning of it. Got into like the THC, cannabis, weed, whatever you want to call it, for a little bit, but I didn't like it. Too hard on the lungs, trying to be a sports hockey player and whatever like that, be a sports kid. But and then getting into a lot of cab time and a lot of alone time with heavy equipment operating. I started getting into different kind of stuff, and went in and out of jail after a bit, some gang life activities and whatever. And, like all that stuff were just a bunch of poor decisions that landed me in prison and jail, and in and out of jail for probably 4.5 or 5 years or something like that. And just had enough of it. You know what I mean? I had enough of it because like I came to the conclusion, like I was wasting my time, my family's times, my kids' times, and it was whatever I was feeling. I kind of realized that that's probably the same things that the other people were feeling that were significant in my life. So the last time I went to jail, it is just like I had enough of it. So I wanted to make a change, and when kind of talked to got my lawyer to talk to like the judge and all that, and we were able to get like a CSO and stuff like that. And I think that kind of helped me stay straight and narrow without any hiccups, because I knew where it would take me if I messed up. It would take me right back to there, and it's been good. Like I just started hanging out with the right people, which is residents in recovery, and then I made a decision to be that person that other people wanted to look up to in order to make change in their own life. So yeah, and it just kept going from there. And I still want to be that trailblazer for other people. If they can see me do it, then I want them to take that and be able to apply that to themselves. Like anything that I do, whether if it's talking or if it's being a voice, or it's just like, even if they see me just helping somebody out, you know what I mean? Like somebody's in a little bit of a bind, like they need a ride, or somebody needs somebody to listen to them, like hopefully somebody will see that and take that and apply that to themselves, and become a better person all in all. If you bring value to something every day, then I think would be a plus for anybody and everybody.
It's interesting to me that you say you want to be a voice, because you have one of the best voices I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like you have the voice, you have the thunder in your voice when you speak.
Totally. Yeah.
Kerri, you got a goal.
Yeah, we have a few goals. One of them is our fundraising goal of $13,000, and just to pay for the event and to be a part of the day. And so we've raised about 5,000 of that so far, and some of the rest of it will come with ticket sales, but also we're looking for sponsorship or partnership to become involved with the event. And there's a few ways to do that, and it doesn't matter what capacity that looks like, but we are looking for more sponsorship and partnership to be a part of the event. And so people can reach out to Jay at empowertorecover.com. That's the website, or empowertorecover@gmail.com. You can email him as well. Or if you know me, you can also get in touch with me, or in that way. So if there's anybody that's interested or would like to become involved, please just let us know.
Anything I'm forgetting?
One of the things that I think about when I think about an event like this, and I think Brian talked about it just briefly, he talked about just being able to be there to listen and to be a support to someone. One of the things that really really struck me when I was at the event in Saskatoon is it's an opportunity for people to hold space for someone while they're speaking, and so just to be able to hear them as we're listening to the people speak, and just I think that's really healing for people and being able to support them in hearing their story. So that's one of the reasons why to be there.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Now, Brian, you were on the phone talking about, do you have a snowmobile rally coming up?
Yeah, there's a snowmobile rally coming up in Onion Lake there on Saturday. I do believe that it's going to start up around 12 o'clock. So, and it's open to a lot of people. There's posters out there. You can find posters on OLCN 7th Gen Productions on Facebook, and we are on YouTube too. So there's posters out there. If there's any events that are coming up around Onion Lake area, you'll find them there.
But if you want to take part, just show up, right?
Oh yeah, just come out there, and I think there's a $20 registration fee. There's a small cash prize put up, but then every entry that comes in is going to get added to that, so that could potentially go up to a bigger dollar.
And Kerri, maybe one more time, how to get tickets for Empower to Recover.
Just to visit our website at empowertorecover.com. And I just also want Brian to talk about for just a second,
Sure,
if he could, about what's happening on 7th Gen with Jay next week.
Oh yeah, we're going to be doing an interview via what is it again? Teams? Are we going to go
Microsoft
use
Teams? Yeah.
I think we're going to be using Teams, and we're doing a podcast with Jay next week. I'm not sure the date. We were supposed to have it on Tuesday, but then I couldn't make it to the interview podcast session. But we're going to be having him live, kind of explaining what Empower to Recover is, and we're going to be talking into that a little bit more into detail with myself. Mitch Lewis, he's actually going to be the entertainment at Empower to Recover, and Jay, I think that's it, right? Are you going to be involved in that?
No.
No? Yeah. So
Not that I know of anyway.
Yeah, it'll be 3 of us. Yeah.
Feel free to put the link in the comment section here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like if somebody wants to find the
put
link.
the 7th Gen link in the
We'll put the 7th
Yeah.
Gen link on the comment section.
In the comment
here,
section on
yeah.
the show.
Thanks,
We'll
Kurt.
do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being
Thank you
here.
again.
All right.
Thanks, Kurt.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
We'll hear more about Empower to Recover as we get closer and closer to the event on March 27th as well. And like Kerri said, if you're looking to sponsor an event, you can get a hold of her or Jay, and they'll make things happen. They'll get the ball rolling for you. I know it's important for a lot of people in Lloydminster. We're back with you on Tuesday, and we'll have the Lloydminster District Co-op here. We'll be talking about Kindness Wins, but we'll also be talking about those 2 geeks on the peak. We will have your updates from Lewis and from Ian, and we'll find out how it's going, if they're able to sleep, and if they're actually using that hot tub. we'll be talking to you before then as well a little bit, but with Updating Geek. But this is a great place to get kind of connected with what is happening, and we'll fill you in. We've had some challenges come our way already that we're going to be announcing to get these geeks looking even a little bit more geekier. Talk to you Tuesday morning.